And there's a brother here who I want to welcome who is probably more instrumental in putting more union cards in people's pockets than I think any other union in the state. The principal officer of IBT Local 251, Brother Matt Tate.
Yeah. All right. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Teamsters Local 251 proudly celebrates Labor Day and proudly helped to organize this event. We'll welcome all of you, and it's been a great day so far. Economic justice and racial and social justice go hand in hand. The economy in our society works best when workers are uniting, building strong unions, and winning living wages. But corporation CEOs, corporation CEOs and the 1% are rigging the system against all workers. The American economy benefits more Americans when unions are strong. It's no coincidence that the middle class and working class were strongest when more workers were members of unions. The middle class and unions are strongest when all workers, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, have the freedom to join together and negotiate for a fair day's pay or a fair day's work. The top 1% has pocketed 85% of the income growth since the 2008 recession. That's a lot of money. While corporate profits skyrocket, it's harder for working people to make ends meet. Wall Street hedge fund managers and corporate CEOs keep wages low. They outsource jobs so that ever-increasing profits go to wealthy shareholders and not workers. This growing economic inequality has contributed to racism and racial polarization. Hate groups, namely the Ku Klux Klan, neo-Nazis, and we'll include Trump and his cabinet, have scapegoated African Americans, immigrants, Muslims, and others. Racism as a tool to divide the working class isn't something new, as Brother Malloy had pointed out. Unions have taken on the fight and organized against racism. The history of both movements, workers' rights, civil rights, have a common enemy. The legislative enemy of unions, right to work for less, is founded by a Klan sympathizer, by a white supremacist who clearly saw that dividing workers is the way to lower wages and increase profits for the 1%. America is a nation of immigrants, okay? I'm a fourth generation Italian American. Many of us here have come from different places, and it's not so long ago when white Europeans were discriminated against for various reasons. Now, as different immigrant communities have come, and we welcome them, they face more increasing discrimination and bigotry as society is becoming more and more polarized once again. Because it's real simple. When a working family realizes I'm struggling, and someone comes up and says, well, that person's the problem, and that person is according to them inferior to you. So it's an easy scapegoat. The problem is that's not the case. That person standing up there is not looking out for you. It's not looking out for any of us. That person is looking out for the very rich to advance in society and to cut all of us down in society. Unions need to become more inclusive and develop leadership among more of our membership. We're seeing more and more membership, and we should, and we want to organize more communities of color, more people of color in the workplace, and that should be represented in our unions and in our union leadership. So we have to be active in promoting diversity within our unions and in our union leadership in order to bridge the gap. There's an enormous disconnect between unions and the working class right now. We're at a historic low, and we need to change that. When we realize that, when we see that, when different folks are organizing and involved with unions, we'll see one thing, the basic fact: unions are the single best poverty fighters in our society and in the world. If you want a living wage, if you want good benefits, if you want retirement security, join a union, organize your workplace, and fight. We fight the greed of the 1%, and we welcome all of you who are not in the union to be part of that. And those that are in the union, we all need to stand strong. We all need to fight. As Teamsters, we stand with all workers, now more than ever. We must be united as workers. The Teamsters believe in fighting discrimination in the workplace, and we should fight discrimination and bigotry in society.
Yes!
And I'll just add on one last note, people mentioned other events. There's a picket tomorrow, Roger Williams Medical Center workers are trying to get a first contract, trying to get good benefits. If everyone can come out tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5, it'd be appreciated, because fights like that and fights like any of these other unions have in organizing is what takes on the 1% and fights corporate greed. Thank you.